The upper story tells us of untold blessings and of sin and exile, a word from God and preparation, free will offerings, worship. Number 8, action. I love this. Action. Look at Ezra chapter 3 and verse 10. And when the builders laid the foundation of the temple of the Lord. Action. Action. I tell you, a massive earthquake might have hit your life and brought your building down. It's going to take action. Some of you have got to stop mealy-mouthing around and slinking around and poor-mouthing around and thinking that everybody else owes you everything in the world. You've got to take action, man. Stop just always looking for something. Stop reading all the books on dieting and diet. Stop talking about going to the gymnasium one of these days and actually go and confound the critics. Well, the 9th thing here is opposition. Ezra chapter 4. Upper story tells us about a lot of opposition. Look at chapter 4, verses 1 through 5. I may not read all of that, but chapter 4 is staggering. Here they are, they're back in Jerusalem, they're starting to build, they've given their free will offerings, they're taking action. Verse 1, now when the adversaries of Judah and Benjamin heard that the returned exiles were building a temple to the Lord, they approached Zerubbabel and the heads of the father's house and said, let us build with you, for we worship your God as you do. We've been sacrificing to him ever since the days of Esarhaddon, king of Syria, brought us here. But Zerubbabel, Jeshua, and the rest of the heads of the father's house in Israel said to them, you have nothing to do with us in building the house to our God. But we alone will build to the Lord, the God of Israel, as King Cyrus, the king of Persia, has commanded us. Then the people of the land discouraged the people of Judah and made them afraid to build, and bribed counselors against them to frustrate their purpose all the days of Cyrus and Darius the king. Be very careful, my friend, when you stand up under the word of the Lord and begin to reconstruct the temple of your house, that you watch out who you listen to. Not everybody who offers you help really wants to see you come back home. Be very careful who you go and consult. Be very careful who you're listening to on television. Be very careful about who's advising you. Oh yeah, they'll come up with in the name of the Lord, and we do that, and we do this, and we do the next thing. Be very careful. Opposition can come from the strangest places. And there was one more thing the upper story tells us of celebration and dedication. Boy, what a celebration. Chapter 6 of the book of Ezra, and the leaders of the Jews, verse 14, built and prospered through the prophesying of Haggai and Zechariah. They finished the building by decree. This house was, verse 15, was finished on the 3rd day. Verse 16, the people of Israel, the priests and the Levites and the rest of the returned exiles, watch this, celebrated the dedication of the house of God with joy. Everybody watch me. I love this. I love this. Your life might have been blown apart by an 8-point earthquake on the Richter scale. But God says you can rebuild your life in the name of the Lord. And I'll guarantee you there will be such celebrating and dedicating going on in your life, you'll hardly be able to stand yourself.